Good morning, guys. I am Sumathi from Zoology Department. Today we have to discuss about the subject cell biology. Unit also second unit. Already I have explained first unit. What are the cells and also cell identification, everything also. This unit we have to know about what is meant by cell, who identified cell, what is the uses of cell, and all the cells is made up of what. Everything we have to know about this experiment, these slides. Principles of cell theory. First we have to know about all the living organisms are composed of one or more cells. You know very well about one means unicellular, many means multicellular organisms. All the living organisms also made up of cells, and it also called basic unit of life. It also gives the structural organization of an organism. Tissues also made up of cells. All the organisms also made up of cells. The cells arises from pre-existing cells. That is very amazing. Hence, it is not derived from the spontaneous generation. What is in the pre-existing cells? That is a very good examples. We have to form a normally human being also formation of embryo. The egg also occurs in the mother, and the sperm also coming from the father. So after that they have the formation of zygote. After zygote they have the formation of many cell division. After that formation very clearly known about the organs. So that is called all the cells also pre-existing cells. This slide shows many cell theory stated many scientists. The importance of the 5 scientists also very important to explain the cell theory. First one is Robert Hooke. Robert Hooke also contribution is discovering the very tiny part of the cells. Tiny means small structure. One of the unit occurs. They have to identify it in the cork, piece of cork. After that, Robert Brown, the scientist, also discovered the nucleus in the cell. You know very well, the outer cell membrane or plasma membrane. After that, center it has a rounded nucleus, and the nucleus also has the nucleolus. The nucleus also has the genetic material. The genetic material is also transferred from one generation to next generation. So, nucleus also very, very important. That contribution of the nucleus, first identified the Robert Brown, the scientist. Then Matthias Sladen. Then we have to know about the Sladen and the Swan. The scientists also identifying plant structures and animal structures. Everything also, animals also have the cell, and it also part of the cells, biogenic organism. It is biological organism. It transmits from the one generation to next generation. After Rudolf Virchow, this scientist also explaining the formation of cell and the contribution of the cell distribution in the organisms, and some objections also occur. Sladen and Swan. What are the objection means? Something is only the cells occurs in the biological nature or biogenic only. What about non-living organisms? After that, they have to identify virus also containing some of the cells. Often they have to identify 2 types of cells. One is a prokaryotic cell, another one is a eukaryotic cell. They have to identifying these 2 types of cell after identification of cells. The scientist Robert Hooke, this is scientist photos, Matthias Sladen and Theodor Swan and Rudolf Virchow. These of the scientists is very well part to identification of the cell. After that, the cell theory and the identification of cells, we have to identify so many disease, in future also medicine, everything is based on this scientist participation. Normally postulated a widely accepted hypothesis, the most of the earth is operated, it is known as cell theory. Why? Because it is important, all the organism is made up of cell, basic unit of cell, all the cell organisms also occur. After that, we have to know about the cell organism, we have to identify growth of the organism and formation of the new organism, everything also postulated, widely accepted hypothesis, and that is a cell theory. After the hypothesis state, the cell is comprises all the organism, not only single organism, All the organism is comprises the cells. Organs, tissues and organism are made up of group of cells. There are fundamental assumption of the cell theory. After that, the modern literations, the cell theory is consists of some of the concept. The concept is based on the formation of the cell and the role of the cells in all human body and animals also. The energy moves through the cell. First one is here, the energy moves through the cells. The energy means ATP molecules. ATP, how the ATP molecule is formed, some of the cell organelles like mitochondria is participated to formation of the cell, and also it gives the energy, that is the ATP molecules, releasing electron transport during electron transport systems. The Krebs cycle and glycolysis participate to formation of the energy. After that, it moves from cell to cell. Next one here, DNA is transferred from cell to cell, carrying the genetic information. Already I told you, all the DNA occurs in the chromosome. Chromosome occurs in the nucleus. It is carrying the genetic information from one generation to next generation. All the cells share the same primary chemical makeup. That is, the primary chemical makeup means enzymes and hormones, everything also made up of cells. In addition, all the cell theory, the fundamental perceiveness to serve as a some of the percept basis for studying all the life, including evolution, hemostasis, gene therapy, and all the thermodynamic laws. Everything also based on the cell theory. Robert Hooke is usually credited, with making the discovery. It launched cell biology as a field of study. It is a participant is a very good, and also it is one of the known person is a very launched the cell biology. They have to identify under the some small pores of the piece of cork. They have to identify small pores in the piece of cork. Cork is a non-living things. Another slide and this one first proposed the cell theory, which was the latter modified by Rudolf Virchow, since they have to discover the first cell. This experiment is amazing and also evolved the chrome, and they have been designed and they have to demonstrate the many components of the cells and the cell organisms. There are three main postulates the cell theory, and they have first one is here, the cells make up all living things. Second one is here, cells are basic building blocks for developing all the tissues, organs and fully developed living creature. One of the things is growing, the embryo is formed of the cell division, 2 cell, 8 cell, next 16 cell, next 32, blastula, gastrula, morula and organ formation. Everything is fully developed is based on the cells. The third one, it may be the most crucial and aspect is the hypothesis is explained. The cells can only develop from the other cells. Thus, all living things begin as individual cells. These cells multiply and divide through the mitosis and evenly from the multicellular organism. During mitosis is a cell division, that is yielding the identical cells and mixed signals, everything also formation of mitosis, and they can differentiate to form a various tissues and organs in the body. This is to process, it is used to produce enormous number of organisms. That organism, it may be simple and complex organisms also. However, when the single celled organisms is divided, the cells also split into two new organisms. Normally, the process is take place in the asexual reproduction. For example, they do not involve in the egg and sperm to produce anything. Already I told you they have to identify, after identifying the cells, they have some objection. Living things and non-living things also have the cells. So what about non-living things? They have to divide it to, first one is a prokaryotic cell, another one a eukaryotic cell. Normally prokaryotic means pro means primitive, karyotic means nucleus. In what is the difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cell? Prokaryotic cells also have do not have the true nucleus. instead of nucleus, they have the nuclei. And also have some DNA, is a circular DNA also present. Eukaryotic cells also have the true nucleus. In prokaryotic are generally small cells that are enclosed by the plasma membrane. Depending on the species, they have some distinctive wall varying in the composition. Prokaryotic do not contain the nucleus and any one of the membrane bound organelles. They possess a circular or linear DNA, not true double helix DNA. The chromosomal area in the cytoplasm are found in the protoplasm of the prokaryotic cell, and also they have the two domains also important. One is the archaea, another one is the bacteria. These archaea and bacteria also single celled, and microscope we can see only through the microscopically. After we have to know about the eukaryotic cell. The eukaryotic cells have the nucleus, organelles and plasma membranes is surrounded them. The nucleus also already I told you nucleolus and some genetic material and chromosome. All the cell organelles also present in the eukaryotic cell. Particular the part of cell have a specific functions also. Each and every cell organisms including endoplasmic reticulum and also mitochondria. Some of the plant cells also present in the chloroplast, and also the role of the different ribosome, lysosome, some vacuoles, everything have the some different function. The role of function, the cell organelles depending upon the cell formation also identified. For example, endoplasmic reticulum, which is sort of the all the bundles of the protein molecule, and the mitochondria, it also already told you it gives the energy, ATP molecule is formed. Glycolysis and Krebs cycles also take place in the mitochondria, and also one of the important things in mitochondria only have the DNA, that is called mitochondrial DNA. It transmits from mothers to offspring. It also gives the energy. After chloroplast, the chloroplast only present in the plant. What is the role of chloroplast? To produce the food and the sunlight, presence of the carbon dioxide. This is here shows a plant cell. Why we have to know about the plant cells? We have to know about the animal cells and plant cells. Both plant and animal cells also have the cell organelles. First outer cell covering is called the cell wall, and also next covering also cell membrane. Some of the cell organelles, ribosomes, Golgi vesicles, Golgi apparatus, endoplasmic reticulum. There are two types of endoplasmic reticulum which occurs. One is a rough endoplasmic reticulum, another one is a smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Then nucleus also occurs, nucleolus also occurs, vacuoles, that is center also have the one of the cavity that is called vacuoles, and it also have the one of the specific unique in cell membrane, plant cell, that is called chloroplast, and also it have the some of the stains, that is crucial of the role of the cells. Normal plant cells, it is a rectangular and also comparatively larger than the animal cells. Even the plant and animal cells are eukaryotic and share few cell organelles. The plant cells also quite distinct, not large, small bit, little bit distinct compared to animal cell because it performs different function of the cell organelle and the presence of the organelles. Some of these difference can be clearly understood or examined. We can see only through the electron microscope. That is very important to identifying the electron microscope. The semi-permeable, it is here, the plant cells also called semi-permeable membrane. It is present with the cell wall. It is composed of thin layer of the protein and the fat also. The cell membranes plays an important role in regulating the entry, the exist of some specific substance within the cells. It is also role of the formation of new cells. For instance, the cell membrane keep it taxin from entering inside. Normally, human being also keep it the taxin. Our cell skin also occurs in the taxin. That is, what is the taxin material? Any one of the antigens entering the body, they have to only allow the skin. After that, the affecting. In case the person have not immunity power, the person affecting disease. That is the same. The cell membrane keep it the taxin from entering inside, while the nutrients and the essential minerals is transported across in the both plant and animals, everything also. This is a very good example of the plant cell, that is called the chloroplast. The chloroplast, the Picture also looks like green in color. Why that is a chloroplast is green in color? It is very, very important for plant food photosynthesis. The chlorophyll is a green pigment. It is involving the formation of the food material. These chloroplasts also have the inner membrane, intermediate membrane, and also the outer membrane and stroma, thylakoid and lamella, everything also present. These thylakoid are also some round-like structure. The stroma also important to formation of new growth of the cells during photosynthesis. It also presence of sunlight, it gives the energy. It is an elongated organelle. It is enclosed by the phospholipid membrane, and in the chloroplast is shaped like, which is shaped like, it is a disc shaped like, and also stroma is a fluid with the chloroplast. It comprises a circular DNA. Each chloroplast contains a green colored pigment that is called chlorophyll. It also required the photosynthesis. After that, it getting the energy and the storage of the so many things, and also it is storing the fruits, everything also. The chlorophyll in case absorbs the light energy, and it uses the transform the within the presence of carbon dioxide and water. It is automatically converted into glucose. After that, they give the energy. The one of the plant cells, the important cell organelle that is called cell wall. What is the difference between animal cells and plant cell? Animal cells also have the plasma membrane. Plant cells also have the cell wall. It is a rigid layer. It is composed of polysaccharides, cellulose, pectin and hemicellulose. These are the cell wall content. And also it is located outside of the cell membrane. It also acts as a barrier, and it comprises some of the protein. That protein is called glycoprotein, and so many polymers also occurs in that one. That polymers like lignin, cutin and suberin. These are the polymers occurs in the cell wall. What is the role of this one? The primary function of the cell wall is to protect and provide a structural support to the cell. In case the cell wall is absent, it have not a definite structure of plant cells. Normal, the plant cell walls also involved in the protecting the cell against some mechanical stress and providing some structural to the cells. In case any one of the things affected, any one of the pathological affected, they have to act as a barrier, and also it filters the molecule passing and in and out of the cell wall, inner of the plant cells. The formation of the cell wall is guided by some microtubule. It also consists of 3 layers, namely primary layer, secondary layer and middle layer also lamella. These layers also act as a cell wall, that is a barrier, and it gives the inner and outer, they have to entering of the all the materials also. The primary cell wall is formed of the cellulose and laid down by the enzymes. The plant's enzymes also present in the plant cell walls. These structures is known as animal cells. The animal cells, we have to know about the animal cell structure. What is the difference between plant cell and animal cell? The inner cell organelles presence and some organelles is absent. That is a difference of plant and animal cells. Both of them have the nucleus, nucleolus, everything. The outer membrane is called plasma membrane, and also it is filled with the cytoplasm. One of the cell organelles, that is the pinocytic vesicle and the phagocytic vesicle, that is a lysosome also. Pinocytic means cell eating, another one is cell drinking. Endoplasmic reticulum, rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum also present. Presence of a ribosome, that is called rough endoplasmic reticulum. Absence of ribosome, that is called smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and it also have the Golgi apparatus, and it have the centrioles, microtubules and cell membranes and ribosomes and vesicles. Some of the cell organelles role in the protein synthesis, everything also present in the animal cells. These pictures. After we have to know enough, another topic is a cilia. That is a cilia is a locomotory organs of the any one of the bacteria, that is also gives the movement from one place to another place. And human being cells also have the cilia. It looks like a hair-like structure. Cilia is a short hair-like structure, is present in the large number in the eukaryotic cells. Not they have to identifying highest amount in the prokaryotic cell. that are used to move to entire of the cell and the substances along the outer surface of the cell. Both the flagella, cilia have the similar structure. The 9 tablets of the microtubules arranged in the ring-like fashion with the 2 central microtubules at the center. They have a hair-like structures, and also microscopically we can see that type of structure of the cilia. The motile of the cilia, motile means movement of the cilia, are found in the respiratory tract in the fallopian tube in the human body. Our respiratory tract also have the cilia. Our fallopian tube, ovary and uterus have the 2 fallopian tube. That tube also have the cilia, where the sweep mucus and the airways facilitates to the movement of the ova from the ovary to the uterus respectively. The role of cilia is it also has a mucus condition. It is transformed moving from the ova to ovary. Non-motile cilia also occurs. It is known as sensory cilia. That is called primary cilia also. They do not motile movement from one place to another place. They act as a sensory organelle. Sensory, and the role of cilia is the sensory organelle. They receive signals from nearby cells and act as an antenna from the cell. For example, the cilia is present in the olfactory neuron and the hair cells also. Olfactory neurons means olfactory means eye. That olfactory cells, eye cells also have that one. This picture shows what is the cilia basal body. Cilia microscopically we can see, electron microscopically we can see this structure of cilia. It have the basal body, and the movement of it's a very good movement of the back and the front movement. That is a beating. The movements also called beating. It attached the cell at the basal body. It made up of microtubules arranged in the 9 triplets. And the triplets is formed the doublet of the cilia, that the formation of double, and it is joined by the additional, that is called microtubule of the cell. Normal, the 2 central microtubule end before entering the basal body. This picture, this is opposite one is a flagella. Before slide we have known about the cilia. This slide we have known about the flagella. Flagella also used for locomotion. That is in the flagellum also have the basal body, and they have the movement of the propeller movement. They have the rotation of the movement from one place to another place. The bacteria also have the flagella. It is also the hair-like structure and emerging through the cell surface. They help locomotion in the both. Flagella is present in both prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells also. And the flagella is a helical structure. It is known as flagellin. The flagellin is one of the protein. It is present in the flagella. It is an animal. All the animals are prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cells also. And it have the 3 parts. One is a basal body, another one is a hook, another one is a filament. What is the role of basal body? Already I told you the basal body is attached on the cell membrane and also cytoplasmic membrane. It consists of rings surrounded by the pair of protein, and also it have the 3 type of rings. One is a L rings, another one is a P ring, C ring, and MS ring. That is, outer ring is anchored in the lipopolysaccharides layer. It is found under some of the bacteria, that is called gram-positive bacteria. Gram-negative bacteria also occur, but L ring only present in the gram-positive bacteria. Another one is anchored in peptoglycan layer is present in the B ring. Another C ring means that is a cilial flagellar factor, some anchored in the cytoplasm. What is the anchored? That is a hook-like structure. They are attaching. And anchored the cytoplasmic membrane MS ring also present in the flagella. Next, hook-like structure. It is a broader area and present in the base of the filaments. It connects the filament to motor protein of the base. The hook length is greater than. It also present in the gram-positive bacteria. And the hook-like structures is mainly used for attaching the one animal to another animal. And also filament-like structure, it is a hair-like structure. It is arising from the hook, that's all. The flagella are 3 types. There are bacterial flagella. The first one type is a bacterial flagella. These are found in numerous bacteria such as E. coli, that is Salmonella typhi. E. coli also, Escherichia coli present in the human being also, Salmonella typhi. In case one who affected the salmonella typhi, that is a bacteria, typhoid fever affecting person, the bacteria also occur, that is called salmonella typhi. There are helical and have a rotary motor and base of facilities. It also movement is a clockwise and counterclockwise motion. The role of bacterial flagella, and also it is made up of protein flagellin. Different bacterial species in different arrangement and numbers of the flagella. They have to arrangement of the number of flagella. They are known as bacterial flagella is a different movement of the bacterial structure and flagella structures. Another one is a eukaryotic flagella. The big back forth of the bring the movement. The movement of the flagella is an example sperm cell. The structure is similar to motile cilia. Motile cilia means movement of ciliary formation, but length and functions also are different in flagella. The core of eukaryotic flagella is called axoneme, which comprises some of the microtubules. That arrangement is a 9+2. The 9 tablets surrounded by the 2 central cinclets of the flagella is present. Another one is a archaeal flagella. It is a similar to bacterial flagella, but it is differently divided the central channel. They are also known as arcella. It is also single-celled organisms. Thank you.